creak, crack, crunch. Hello, ball busters. It's TOUHOU Tuesday.
Just said you weren't going to do that.
I just said I wouldn't do the ball busters joke, and I hit the friggin' recording button. I couldn't stop myself.
This is the opposite of the usual problem. Like, usually you're like, I'm gonna say this thing, and then you can't bring yourself to. This time you said, I'm not going to say this thing, and you couldn't stop yourself.
Creak. It's funny, though, because that's the sound the ball busting would make if you were a fucking Olympic nut breaker. Creak? Where are you getting creak from? You have an evil device. Crack, obviously. Crunch, inevitably. Welcome, TOUHOU Tuesday fans, to our cognitive behavioral therapy program. This sweet, we're recording on Tuesday, Emily. Blur out the date on my computer. Emily has begged and pleaded, standing tall, nothing hands and knees here. She just has long cylinders as lips. She's begged and pleaded me to play this. There's this little thumbnail art I can see up here in the top leftmost corner of, I'm pretty sure it's Jeff the Killer for Scalibanki.
It is Scalibanki.
Do we know this artist? Have we partaken of Kit's myriad melancholies before?
We have not.
You know what? I'm willing to believe, but for a second I thought this seriously might have been the same, like, extremely creative individual who made the Scarlet Rampage game, and I thought I was getting tricked into playing another horror title by another beautiful woman, and I was freaking angry.
Actually, I don't know that one specifically. That one, because I wasn't there for that one, so I wasn't editing that one, so I don't know the name of that one as well.
That's true. There was a presumably young man called Gonzalez, though they could have been 40.
Right, Gonzalez.
There's no reason.
That's right. I remember now.
There's no reason to be denied becoming an artist at any age. Morgan Freeman started acting when he was 512 years old, and Albert Einstein wore diapers until he was 27. Remember that whenever you feel like your time has passed. It hasn't. You're capable of so much. I'm gonna hit run game, and I bet this is gonna be really scary, to be honest.
Yes, I was looking through games a few weeks ago, and I came across...
Hey, are you being streamed a loading bar, or do I need to change some things on Skype?
I am being streamed a still image.
Okay.
That just says run game still.
Oh my god, it's a loading screen. It's probably not the Combo Dome loading screen. I feel like we'd make
there
a
we
new
go.
one. Just let me check if this has its own little volume slider. Okay, we Gucci gang. What?
Surreal, move right. Yeah, I tried to play 2 seconds of this to see if I know what genre to put this in, and I was immediately like, I know exactly how this episode will go. I need to make June play this one, and I know exactly what this episode is going to be.
My wrist hurts from holding the button for so.
Yes, that's the play of this episode. This episode is just Sisyphus Simulator. We're just gonna be watching this for like fucking 20 minutes.
Dude, can I say this is kind of hypnotic and beautiful, and I'm achieving a state of meditative oneness, comparable only to the ultimate oneness. It's very important in Buddhism that you always clarify that it's so dope cool to be nirvana and it's swag and everyone should want it all the time. Little Buddhism joke for all the Lisa Simpson heads in the ball busting community.
For all the
no, she does not perform the ball busting, you just have a tattoo of her. Because she was like you and you smarter than all the oafish men you were surrounded by. Don't cut the music there! It made it weird!
Because my fun fact for this week is that this character, Scalibanki, was my favorite TOUHOU character for a period of time.
Did she have limbs at any point in that process?
Here's the thing about her is that she is a Rokurokubi, which is a type of yokai with a really long neck, in theory. However,
Smiles. smiles to you too. Gray triangle smiles to you too.
Oh,
Sorry,
hi, smile.
I was just so happy to have a friend.
Yeah, anyways, Zun completely reimagined Roku Rokupi for Touhou. They are a cross between how they normally are and Doulahans from Celtic mythology.
Pretty freaking slick.
Yeah, so instead of having a really long neck, she has no neck, and her head can be removed, and also she can multiply her head. She can have several heads, none of which are connected to her body.
I can also generate several heads, but only out of sheer allegiance to the ball-busting community and their needs. What if I just stop holding it? Oh no! The music got so hard when I did that!
The game got angry at you.
I have no idea how much progress I lost. Presumably none of it, and it's okay. I didn't see the smiley. How fast does that go? That's so fast. It's actually really dangerous to. Oh, you better not. Oh, you better keep. Ooh, watch out. You gotta keep holding right. No, you can't not be holding right. You gotta hold right. I never partook of Mega Man out of my sheer detestment for all the red caps in their acronym. She kind of has Ronald McDonald hair. I'm really sorry to say it. I'm sorry, redhead community. My girlfriend has red hair and glasses. So, I mean, I never call her Ronald McDonald. I probably need to re-examine my biases, to be honest. Or be bull-busted into behaving. Sorry. Sorry, TOUHOU Tuesday. Sorry. Put that toy hammer away!
Just remembering the bit about the homophobic femboy.
Oh my god, he was unbelievable. Power Washing Simulator was one of the greatest creative wellsprings I ever partook of in the form of holding W and left click since playing Pyro for 2 hours 13 years ago.
And holding, I assume right click now is also a lot.
I've since transitioned to the right click. Oh! Dude, I might be the #1 gamer of all the gamers.
Oh.
I might be the strongest... No, it's slowing down quite soon. No, don't do that to me. Don't do it, don't slow down. Don't. We can do this. We can do anything we put our minds to, you and me. Oh, TOUHOU Tuesday. TOUHOU Tuesday, we've lost everything. Oh, TOUHOU Tuesday, it's over. It's Jawarida.
Did you actually let go, or is it forced you?
Rolling backwards at the same speed which she was rolling forward by the end. So that's kind of darkly comedic.
Did it force you to stop?
No, I just thought it'd be funny. I just wanted to amuse all the... I don't know. I don't want to say ballbusters again. I don't want to manifest things in our community. I don't want them to feel pigeonholed into any career. I feel like they have to be any way one kind of thing.
Clocking in for CBT.
Oh my god, and you have to drive like 40 minutes to make it to work, so you have to drive like an hour and a half to get home, and that's your round trip, and that's presuming traffic isn't horrible. And by the way, traffic is horrible.
Yeah.
You're driving an hour 40 every day to make it to ball busting.
I can't wait till we see the smiley again.
At least the blood-curdling squeals of all of your best friends will be beneficial. She's speeding up now, I can tell, because she's rolling faster and giving me a headache. My god, she kind of looks delicious at this speed. Can I say that? She kind of looks like a Kinder Surprise when she's going this fast. Or like a beautiful blue-leafed rose.
So how does she look like a Kinder Egg?
There's red, and there's inside there's a different delicious color. Sort of a milk chocolate, but if, like, it was white.
I've only ever seen Kinder Eggs that are just like pure, chocolate brown. And then there's the toy inside.
It's actually still going extremely slowly. I see now that a perspective trick was being played on me. I see now to trust nobody and no thing and hold the right mouse. No. The right arrow key. Don't touch any mouse that doesn't enthusiastically say that they wish to be touched by you.
Yeah. Consent is important.
Different Tuesday heads. I recently saw The Monkey in theaters, which is a
killer monkey that wants to kill
film.
our family? It's back?
Can I tell you that they took that line out of the movie?
No!
I'm dead serious. I would not lie to you about something as important as the trailer we obsessed over so severely.
They put that quote on the poster. Why would they take it out of the movie?
That quote on the poster. It's not even in the movie. I'm so loath to say it. It honestly makes me wicked sad, brothers and sisters, and those that know better. But the ultimate release of The Monkey is very unsure of itself and sort of ill-based in both its horror and comedy sides because of it. I know. It can be absurd, you know? People can say ludicrous and creepy stuff. It's a real dance macabre kind of film. They make a lot of jokes about dancing through life and death and trying to make it count anyway. That's ultimately it's a rumination on like, by the way, maybe a plane engine will fall on you. But it's just not like funny enough. It's kind of upsetting, to be honest. Just a lot of like gross people being a little too groundedly gross and scary for my tastes. I tell you, that monkey loves to kill, though. They did not change that in the final release.
That's good.
Unfortunately, the Golden Chainsaw Award goes to literally the first kill in the movie. Don't you hate it when that happens? When it's best 2 minutes in?
Depends.
I'd rate this thing like 3 on 4 points higher than Cocaine Bear, though. Cocaine Bear is like a 2 out of 10. That's a trash film for imbeciles. Monkey? 5, probably. 6, optimistically. It depends on how much you're affected by its messaging.
When Cocaine Bear came out,
make you want to be less.
When Cocaine Bear came out,
yeah.
Somebody I knew came back from it and said, that bear really did do a bunch of cocaine, and that's all he said about it. And so I expected that to actually be a big part of the movie, and then I heard from June that no, it's really not.
I cannot believe how little that bear is in that fucking movie. Do you think it's gonna make me fall anyway? Dude, what if she goes to that sharp edge and she gets hurt? I don't want her to get hurt. No way.
Can your pet?
I won't allow it. I won't allow her to get hurt. I gotta get her away from that sharp edge. I could do this for 50 minutes. I can do it.
That's exactly what I had in mind.
Alright, sure, let's roll down and let's keep talking about movies. Yeah, no, Cocaine Bear honestly let me down. I feel like it lost a lot of its sort of, frantic energy pretty regrettably early and into its runtime. It's got almost, a later Sharknado-esque sheer joy in it, its absurdism. I'm a big fan of those Sharknado movies, by the way. I really do not want to portray the image that I'm like, oh, by the way, jokes demean your product. I do think most things in life are actually very funny. I mean, I suppose it would be pretty crazy. What is this, Touhou 60? And I'm like, by the way, humor is like a lower form of communication.
And also, like, the entire thing that brought this up was you were complaining about how the monkey isn't funny enough.
It's not funny or serious enough. I mean, serious, I suppose, isn't true. It's pretty lofty material, and it's clearly affecting the characters. It's just like, it keeps interrupting itself with a stupid joke. It's like, oh yeah, and then that guy that expressed something very earnestly died violently. And I'm like, sorry. I'm sorry. I hope Oz Perkins isn't listening. Director Osgood Perkins, who may I say, awesome name, to be honest.
That is a good name.
As good as June Powers? No. As good as J-Dog? No.
My favorite horror comedy movie is Tremors, and I always feel so worried to call it a horror comedy, because yes, it is, but that gives it a kind of a... It makes it sound like it's a parody of a horror movie, and it's not a parody of a horror movie. It's a horror
really
movie that's just funny,
balancing.
also.
Yeah. I love how they do it in that movie. Like on the Discovery Channel, if the Discovery Channel discovered an evil dirt monster that loves to kill kids.
Doesn't actually kill any kids. Spoilers.
No, what?
He almost kills a kid. Once.
The kid lived? I remember there was this ill-mannered young man in that film, and his like toilet house got eaten to death, and he exploded. I must have imagined it. All these
I remember
years
this
later.
scene. He survived that.
Why?
There was at least a great bit later on where like he refuses to get out of a somewhat safe space, but it's not going to be safe for long. So they're like, okay, how about we'll give you a gun if you'll shut up and come with us? He's like, oh fuck yes, I want a gun. And then they get away and he realizes the gun wasn't loaded, and he's so mad at them.
You asshole, there's no bullets in this gun!
So mad, but so alive. It's a strange kind of sentence to put a sense of honor and warmth into my heart. It makes me feel like the leftist I may or may not be 16 episodes deep into this explicitly trans-positive Touhou show. Dude, how fucking tutorial move right. Okay, easy mode is now selectable, isn't it? Oh, it's because I made it to the bottom.
Yeah, the tutorial was there from the beginning.
I thought I'd been screwing it up for so long that they were telling me that I can move right again.
So let's talk more about actual Touhou. This character
She's got red hair.
Yeah.
She's got a blue bow.
She was also introduced in my beloved early Touhou 14. And she got...
That's where you came in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Around there? 11 or 14? Yeah.
Literally like a month
Sacred
after that game came
timeline.
out.
Oh my god, she's like your hometown hero.
Yeah.
She's your favorite from that game? Ooh,
Hard to say. She was for a while, because she was for a while my favorite overall. But I mean, that game does also have Shinmi and Seiya, so it's hard to say.
Oh. Listen. If you should surrender Shinmamaru Sukuna, don't worry, I'll take up the torch. She's small and ferocious? You know, I abandoned my girlfriend to record these. She's a clingy person. I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I'm very sorry to call her something that can be I guess considered an insulting word. I think it's just true. I don't know. She's like, when am I gonna see you again? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I have to go to the anime girls now.
She was so concerned earlier too. Like I was in here for a while before June woke up. For context, and she had like messaged me like an hour in, like, "Hey, did June like say anything to you?"
Whether he's 11, I don't know. I slept in and I was having like heat nightmares for like 5 hours, to be honest. I'm serious. I had a nightmare. Don't laugh. I had a nightmare that a genie teleported me inside of a coconut and made me very small, and it was so fucking scary. I was trying to slurp up all of the... I was trying to slurp up all of the coconut milk so that I wouldn't drown, but because my body was small, it was like, I should do well! I slipped it up and I just barely could get my head above the milk water, and I was digging at the interior of the coconut, sort of its pulpus, with my like bare hands, and I was trying to pull it away, and I was like, I have to get out of here. I have to get out of the coconut and get back to my home. Anyway, I don't know. I've always had a strange cheat code with nightmares. This is like a Rick and Morty thing to say. Eventually I run out of creative energy for the absurdity and I'm like, I'm sick of this. And I just move on to like a different nightmare or like wake up. I click out, I don't know. I get freaked out enough and there's a sort of like semi-lucidity. Dude, how cool is lucid dreaming, by the way?
I mean, I've never done it, so...
Some people can do that. Ah, it's okay. I knew a lady, a sweet lady, who called herself Ghost, so you know she's badass. I knew her a very long time ago, no longer. Presumably the lucid dreams got her. But she tried to become a very severe lucid dreamer. Like most transgender women of the era that I knew, because Yume Nikki was a good game, she tried to become a good lucid dreamer. And she actually messed it up. She said that she has a reoccurrent, like, Aztec totem that haunts her dreams now. And she has to, like, fight him whenever she goes to sleep. I was like, that seems really hard to deal with.
It reminds me of those fucking Tumblr posts that were, like, a tutorial on lucid dreaming, except they were actually, like, lies. They were actually a tutorial on how to give yourself sleep paralysis.
I know. I love that. It's incredible how much anything cruel, a little bit after its time, it becomes hilarious.
And it's like, every Jesus Christ, how could anybody, like, think that would, like, is acceptable?
It's probably what happened to her, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, that sounds like a thing.
She says she has to be very specific about her positioning in sleep now. If she raises either of her legs, she gets assaulted by the totem. Isn't that great? Doesn't that tickle you pink? It actually tickles her purple out of fear. So think about her suffering before you laugh.
You know, there's a Touhou character who has a lot to do with dreams.
Doremi.
Yes.
Ande pare Doremi.
Doremi.
Kushitare.
From Touhou 15, the Clown Piece game.
How sweet could she possibly be if she put me in the coconut?
She holds things. Very famously on Tumblr, she holds things.
I once subscribed to Doremi Sweet Holding Things, and then I don't know. I just felt like such a piece of shit poser I had to unfollow. I wanted to send like an anonymous apology. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know enough about Touhou to keep doing this. Oh dude, it's the end of the video over there. Yeah, I just felt like a ridiculous poser, so I couldn't keep watching the
Some
story.
post on Tumblr in like 2018, which, God, that was so long ago at this point. It was like, man, I miss the good old days when Doremi Sweet Holding Things with the hotness in Touhou, and that made me feel old even at the time. Now, even knowing that was fucking 7 years ago now, it makes me feel even older.
That's my age. Yeah, if you added like 18, 19 years to that, that might be my age. OPSEC fail, sorry Ryan. I have a friend who's in cybersecurity. Anytime I say literally anything about myself, I'm like, oh, he's gonna be mad at me.
I have given up on my personal information largely.
It's kind of like Sinister from the... No, it's not Sinister from The Incredibles. Sperm? No,
Syndrome.
It's not fucking sperm. Syndrome. Yeah, like Syndrome from The Incredibles. He was, if everyone can make art, no one can make art. I think I saw an AI meme about him. I haven't seen, like, most movies. I only watch movies that incense TikTok audiences. The monkey. Yeah, no, the first kill is the best one in there, though, to be honest. I tell you, this is good news. Pretty early in that movie, actually, maybe like 11, 13 minutes in, a lady actually does get decapitated. Just like this game. So that's pretty huge.
Scalibanki is part of an organization called the Grassroots Yokai Network, which is,
They sound awesome. Grassroots, that's good words.
Yeah, that's the game that's Lenin is a metaphor, so... Specifically, it's a Leninism metaphor in that, Shinmi is supposed to be Vladimir Lenin and Seija is supposed to be Joseph Stalin.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's what I had to say about that.
It's like very unsubtly like, oh yeah, this is clearly like the whole, oh yeah, Sage is co-opting this like well-meaning like revolution. It's like she's clearly the Joseph Stalin analog here.
That's unreal. Because you'll still see like font fan art of that character with a modest yet lovable cup size. But it sounds like she's ill-mannered and crass and manipulative.
Yes. That is
Plus
part of why people like
me
her.
In that river. I'm glad she didn't catch me in that. I really worried she was going to put me in the coconut. I'm freaked out about the coconut, and you're not like, it isn't real.
Too, so.
Dude, stop. She's so small, she hates to be in the coconut. If I wake up tomorrow in a coconut, I'm gonna be so angry. Still upload the video, by the way. Tell them that I was like a premonitory individual.
Let's see, if you wake up in the coconut, you can just be like her and fight your way out. Because that's what she would do in that situation.
I was trying. I was using my little fingers and my overburdened lungs.
See, you have to get your sewing needle sword.
I gotta keep my sewing needle sword. I've got nail clippers.
Close enough.
Nail clippers. Pretty much. Puts my nail clippers down. Can I tell you I don't honestly even clip my nails with the clippers? I'm like an animal. I just gnaw at them every time, every day I'm feeling anxious and scared. You hate that? They're clean. I love to wash my hands.
It mostly freaks me out because like just thinking about how like jagged your nails must be.
That's true.
And how bad it must be on your teeth.
My teeth are God's strongest soldiers. They'll never surrender for anything.
Granted, my teeth are probably not in the best shape myself, but...
I believe in you and your teeth. I believe. Hashtag Spreve.
Getting COVID fucked my teeth up.
How can this be?
That is apparently like a thing, like a known potential symptom of COVID is COVID fucking your teeth up.
It hurts your enamel?
Something.
What the hell, COVID? Alright, I'm gonna have to step in and do something about COVID-19, I think. Don't worry, guys. I'm here. It's the right time. I'll blur the date on my computer just for that moment. Then go back to blurring it.
Yes, fucking another thing with Scalibanki is so as I said, Zun used Dullahan mythologies to influence his portrayal of Rokurokubi. Something that's very unsubtle about it is that her theme is literally called Dullahan Under the Willows.
Oh, that's gorgeous. That's good words.
Yeah. Dullahan Under the Willows is great. And so is fucking Bong Bong Bunky Bunky Seki Bunky Bunky by Akatsuki Records.
I'm a big fan of Oppa Gangnam Style. Every year I put together a list of my favorite songs in that year. Not of that year. In that year. And I've not missed Oppa Gangnam Style since 2018. I've missed years. You know? Sometimes I'm like, there were not 69 good songs this year. By the way, it's always 69 songs. Because I'm a perverted piece of fucking garbage and you need to take the toy hammer to my nuts. Sorry.
Bringing back the CBT joke, I see.
Joke? You know, I should start listening to any of the Touhou music.
Akatsuki Records keep doing, is really fucking good.
Do they release them?
They're constantly releasing stuff. Literally last week, I actually meant to show you their newest song because it was a Koishi song and we played a Koishi game last week.
Oh, I love Koishi. Her eyeballs terrify me, just like my girlfriend's. She has wonderful eyes. They're really kind of infinite voids. It's pretty awesome. I don't know, you can see a universe in them.
Akatsuki Records, I have an interesting relationship with Akatsuki Records because every time they release a new song...
Administrator, I'm gonna splat.
True Scalibanki Pro.
You can still keep going right. What are you hiding over here? Oh, not much.
It's like fucking Mario 1-1. Oh my god, you're still going?
I am the pro Seki scaler, and I will find out what secrets are over here, unless it takes more than like 5 minutes tops. Yes! An Easter egg! Dude, that's one of the most menacing video games. That, like, belongs on, like, screenshots of despair, the Tumblr blog. Why are you here?
Reminds me of the story you told me, like, years ago about this, like, really bad Flash game you played once, where you managed to find a way to clip out, and you found, like, this, like, extremely racist Easter egg.
Hugely racist. That game was called, like, Son Trim My Nose Hairs or Daddy Smell My Feet. If anyone knows what that is, please, God, tell me, because that is, like, sad to be lost to media. Son, my feet stink? I don't know, it was something gross. I played it because it sounded gross, and that's the kind of little boy I was. And adult I am! I'm still moving right, I just know it to be true.
Yeah, every time Akatsuki Records
What would you do if we moved way to right and there was something, like, crazy racist? What would you freaking do?
I mean, I'd probably not do this episode. I'd probably, like, try, like, record something else.
I know. Jeez, it's a real... It almost makes me want to stop holding the right key.
I mean,
to be honest.
I mean, it makes me want to keep holding the right key, because if we find it, then... Or if we don't find it, then, like, oh no.
Oh my god, you're right. It's so much worse not to know.
Yeah.
Like men living in your walls.
And every time Akatsuki Records puts out a new song, I, like, go, oh my god, they put out a new song, I have to listen to it. And I listen to it once, and I go, huh, that was kind of underwhelming. And then 2 minutes later, I've listened to it 15 more times, and I suddenly realize that I'm in love with it.
The Speedster, that's awesome. Love is like the ultimate force in the universe.
It always takes a second for Akatsuki Records songs to hit, right?
You know, the drum is the famous instrument that you hit.
Hey, there's a drum in Touhou 14 too. Her name is Raiko.
She's a redhead.
Yeah, and in fact, her theme is the basis for that da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da thing I've been telling you to put in the credits.
Oh, okay. I understand now. That's why it's the same sound effect, because drums always sound the same.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say it. I was a drummer.
And even in that particular song, she literally does the exact same da 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 da.
You know, I was a drummer and a vocalist. You don't usually see that team up.
I have experience with guitar and violin.
Violin and drum band. I tell you, we could get up to some real trouble.
We could make like an indie folk band circa 2011.
Have you seen the little YouTube video about the long-forgotten genre of stomp clap hey?
I've been seeing all these posts about like that, and also people calling it millennial core, and I hate all those because we already had a name for that. Indie folk shit from 2011. That's what it's called.
I love indie folk shit from 2011. I love indie folk shit. I didn't like The Monkey, and I hated Cocaine Bear, and I love indie folk shit. And I love my girlfriend, and I'm gonna tell you, I think we might not have any more Easter eggs here, so I think we might be clear of the racism charges.
Yeah.
However, maybe if we comment on the user's h.io page going, by the way, are you racist?
I don't think we should do that.
Wouldn't you rather know? You said you'd rather know.
I would rather know, but I think that might be a bit rude. Presuming they're not.
People of the world. Ballbusters of the Union. Women of the galaxy. I am not racist. Children cheering. Confetti exploding. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not racist. Like, what else could I say that's more cherishable? generally. I could say more things about my girlfriend. Everyone likes those videos the most.
Touhou is good.
Touhou's great.
Yeah. And Touhou is like a celebration of everything that's great about Japan, and also a condemnation of everything that sucks about Japan.
Oh shit, that's fucking educated.
Yeah. Like Touhou 16 was ultimately Touhou 16, like Zun has said that it was about how disgusted he is at ableism in Japan.
Ableism sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, alright. Transphobia, whack. Racism, whack. Ableism, hell no. Homophobia, only if you're gay.
The way that he doesn't even like to smile, whack.
I feel like haters don't even smile. I'm like, why don't you just hold hands and dance? Damn, maybe the monkey was on something when it said that shit about holding hands and dancing no matter how scary life is. Oh no!
Character development. Oh no.
Anyway, that's all. Creek Crunch.
Yes, farewell, all the Touhou-ers. All the
Put that toy hammer
Touhous.
away. The video's over. Okay,
Yeah, you can clock out for your CBT job now.
You can start driving home! You got a little briefcase with your toy hammer in it. That's awesome. That's spectacular. You're getting pulled over by a policeman officer woman, and she's like, "What's in that briefcase?" And you're like, "A weapon of deeply intimate destruction." And they're like, "Oh, just like mine." And it's like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Anyway, you made me feel big and important, so I'm gonna let you go because cops are fucking egotistical animals." Yay! Woke Touhou Tuesday! We'll see you later. You should watch Tremors. Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Don't watch my... I should tell them watch Conclave. Oh, she looks awesome in this drawing.
Yeah.
That's a fucking slick character design, to be honest.